Okay.
What is turnkey contract?
Yes, turnkey contract is another name for the design build contract. So let me go to this here. Yeah, this was the structure which was shown by the turnkey contract. So turnkey means it's as the name suggests that, okay, you pay, for example, if you buy a house, okay, if you buy a house which is already been built, you just pay the house, and the seller will give you the key, and then you just go and open the key for the front door of your home. And then, I mean, from there, this term has come something like the turnkey contract. So it's the same is there in this design build type of contract. So the owner has a contract with the design build firm, the same firm which designs and the same firm which builds. So there is only one firm which is called as the design build firm. So perform the designing of the work, perform the construction of the work, and then that firm manages everything by themselves. It is in contracts to the general contractor type of arrangement. Okay, this is called as the design bid build type of contract. So in that situation, the owner actually has the contract first with the design firm, and then a separate contract with the contractor. Okay, so the project is designed first, and then the designer works in collaboration or as an inspector to the prime contractor. Okay. So this is the design build, but in the turnkey, there is only one firm which performs the design and the construction. The design and construction forces, the design or construction companies or the arms of the company are from the same company. So this is the turnkey contract.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And then there is this construction management contract. So here you can see that in the construction management contract, the owner has 3 separate contracts. So just like in the general contracting, in the general contracting, 3 contracts. However, in the construction management type of contract, the owner has 3 contracts. So one is with the construction manager, the other is with the design firm, and the other is the construction firm. But in this case, this construction manager works as a representative of the owner on the construction project to oversee the works of design firm as well as the construction firms. Okay, so in that case, someone may say that maybe if the work later on becomes poor, the work is delayed, the construction manager may not be responsible. But therefore, in the later cases, there are some other variations of this type of contract where construction manager is also held responsible for the performance of the work. So therefore, they may have even like a guaranteed maximum price of the contract, that the construction manager gives a guarantee that the cost of the project will not increase certain limits. Okay. Construction management. In fact, there are also newer type of contracts which are called as the integrated project delivery as well, which in fact has not been discussed in this topic. Okay, so you have the codes and regulations. So every country has the codes and regulations. Specifically in this case, in this chapter, we have looked at some of the codes and regulations, the names of the codes and regulations or their brief description in the case of the United States. But a similar pattern you can also relate to the other countries, including Kazakhstan. So, any other question? So building codes, okay. So there were several building codes. Yeah, I think some of these building codes may be very interesting for you. For example, the international building code. Okay, so I think you may come across this international building code in your structural design class. Okay. So, and of course, there are the national codes, there are the local codes. So local codes provide some more restrictions as well. Yeah, here it has been mentioned actually about the local building codes are unnecessarily restrictive, resulting in the increased building cost. So I think the first question which was answered was based on that as well. So yeah, it has been found in the situation of the USA that in addition to the national codes, there are some local building codes. So there can be so many restrictions, and then you have to, in order to meet those restrictions, you have to spend some more amounts. So which may sometimes in the case may be unnecessary. So this is in addition to the increase in the costs, which result as a which result from the waste in the construction. Yes, any more questions? So now I am going to having a review of what we have, what have been delivered. So zoning, environmental, and other regulations. So we have looked at some of those regulations, the categories of those regulations, environmental regulations, and in the environmental regulations we have looked at the environmental impact assessment. Okay, safety regulations. There will be actually a topic on the safety as well later on in this course as well. So what is the construction management? Yes, I'm asking, so maybe can anyone answer? What is the construction management? So here we have looked at some of the aspects of the construction management, okay? So for example, in the first case, in the elements of the construction management, we have looked at, here is that we use this term of construction management from two different aspects. One is one construction management is a type of the contract, or the construction management is also a process as well. Okay, so here as a course, we are looking at the construction management as a process. Okay, it is a process by which we can perform the construction project. So when we talk about it as a process, then we also have look at it from the perspective of the project management. Okay, so project management is a broader has a broader scope than the construction management, because first of all, project management is applicable to all kinds of projects, construction as well as non-construction, such as the information technology, defense, manufacturing projects. Manufacturing itself is a process, but there are certain projects in the manufacturing industry as well. So information technology, health sector. So the project management is much broader in scope than the construction management. However, in the knowledge areas, so from the knowledge area point of view, there are certain areas of knowledge in the project management which are applicable for construction management. So in a very simple say, you can say that the construction management is a project management related to the construction project. Well, this is a very simple way to say that. But of course, many other books will define construction management in a more sophisticated way. But in any case, there are strong links between the project management and the construction. So for example, in the project management, there is a knowledge area which is called as the time management. So time management is no doubtedly very important topic of the construction management. So we will be starting the scheduling topic after this topic. So that is the time management. So we will learn about the scheduling methods in this course. The bar chart method, commonly known as the Gantt chart method, the networking method, which has various types, activity on arrow method, activity on node method, precedence diagramming method, and the resource scheduling, okay, the line of balance method, the linear scheduling method. So all of these are the time management areas according to the project management. And another area related to the project management is the cost management. So we will also look at the cost management in the construction management. Okay? So after the scheduling, we will look at one of the topic which will talk about the construction economics. Okay? Construction economics, or maybe we will also briefly look at the project budgeting method in that topic as well. Okay, so how to create the budget. So the time and cost are one of the major areas for which we use the project management principles in the construction management. Then quality management is also a knowledge management area. Quality management is also a knowledge area from the project management, which we also look at in the construction management. Procurement, there is procurement management. There is the stakeholder management in the project management. Okay. The integration management. Okay, so how to integrate all these different areas into the project management. So similar to the there are also there is also a project management life cycle which provides us, okay, project management life cycle provides us the phases of the project. So generally speaking, there is an initiating phase of the project, there is a planning phase of the project, there's an executing phase of the project, there is a monitoring and controlling phase of the project, or the process group in that case, because the monitoring and process group also takes place into the executing phase of the project. And also there is a closing phase of the project. So starting from the initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and control, and until to the closing, we have the different phases in the project management. So similarly, in the construction management, we have the phases, so which are in parallel to these project management phases. So in the initiating phase, we can also sometimes say that the conceptualization phase, or the pre-design phase. Okay. And then in the construction management, from the initial conceptualization, the pre-design phase, we have the design phase. Okay. And with parallel to the design phase, we have the planning phase. Okay. So once the design and planning for the construction project is completed, then the execution phase or the construction phase starts, where original work for the construction is performed. And during the construction phase, we have to monitor the construction and we have to control the construction. Okay. And then once the monitoring and execution phase, which is the longest part of the construction project, is completed, then there is this closing phase. Okay, we have to close down or wind up the construction management part. So, therefore, in a nutshell, what we can say that the project management and construction management work in line or work in parallel with each other. Okay, so we can apply the principles of the project management into the construction management. And in addition, construction have their own peculiarities as well. Okay. Do you have any other? Do you have any questions? So let me show you the next topic. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so this will be our next topic, okay? Planning and scheduling. So we will start this topic from the textbook. So planning and scheduling. So in this topic, then we will first look at the planning and scheduling before starting, during construction, and after completion of the construction. So what is the role of the schedules before and after? And then we will learn about the different scheduling principles. And then there will be the bar chart method, S-curve, how to interpret the bar charts, how to interpret the progress, the critical path method, CPM, we will learn about it, the event time calculations. So different types of activity CPM methods, such as this is the activity on arrow method. And then there will be the project schedules, okay, schedule tables, then activity on node method, okay, and then the precedence diagramming method, and then the different variations in the precedence diagramming methods, the start to start relationships, the finish to finish relationships, and their interpretation. Okay. A more comprehensive example for the precedence diagramming method will be also presented. And then the scheduling and resources assignment using the critical path method. So early start schedule, late start schedule, resource assignment, and the use of bar chart in the resource assignment, how to schedule the labors on the project. Okay. So later on, these topics will be considered, and then the practical considerations in the network use. And the final method will be the linear scheduling method. Okay, so which is the one of the technique which is normally used in the horizontal construction. Horizontal construction. Okay, so this will follow in our next topic. Okay, so
Excuse me.
Yes.
So on Tuesday we're going to start from the very beginning, yeah, from planning and scheduling.
Oh yes. I just gave you some overview, and we will start from very beginning in deep learning. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Of course, it's not completed. It's just, I just gave you an overview. We will start it, and I think we will go do it rather in some more details. And then with that, I will also introduce you the Microsoft project. Okay, so one thing is that you can do the calculations, network calculations. You can draw the network manually on paper. Okay. The other is that you can use the project, Microsoft project, the software, to do it. Yes, any other questions if you have? All right, so if you don't have any other questions, then
Sorry,
you are
just
free to
one
leave.
question.
Yes.
So do we need to
Azama?
have, yeah, do we need
Say
to
again.
download the,
Say
can you hear
again.
me? Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah, do we need to download Microsoft project and have it ready for Tuesday? Or just demonstrate it yourself?
Yes, you can. If you can, it will be better. Otherwise, I think there will be an online access for the Microsoft project, so you can virtually access the labs. I think you already know how to access your labs virtually. Do you know? I think you may have done in the last year as well. If you can access your computer lab on the 3rd floor and using the the procedure provided by the information technology, and then Microsoft project is installed on those computers, so you can access it virtually. So you can get it installed on your computer. I don't know how you can do it, because I think maybe you know how to get that Microsoft project, and then you can do the practice by yourself. I will also upload some of the tutorials about the Microsoft project, which you can use to help yourself. And besides, I will also demonstrate something live as well on Microsoft.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. So yeah, if you want to leave, then you can leave. I will stay for 2 more minutes, and within that two more minutes, if anyone want to ask questions, I am here to answer. Yes, any questions?
No.
Okay, so less than a minute, and then I will close this meeting. See you on Tuesday. Okay. Bye-bye.